Hello everyone, welcome back to the Final Fantasy Brave Exvius Global channel. I'm Alex and I'm back once again here with another episode of Let's Talk Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. And today I'm here with the video you've all been waiting for, the one and only world famous music icon that is Katy Perry and her collaboration with Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. We're going to be doing a little featurette on that today. And yeah, there are now 4 Katy Perry characters in the game, and I want to do a little overview about them all. And even though she appeared in the world of Final Fantasy Brave Exvius as a vision, I think she has really beautiful sprites and animations, and I have heard that the designers working on her have been very particular and specific with her design. So make sure to feast your eyes and enjoy all the animations and her sprites and that you'll see throughout this video. And we also today have something I'm really excited for because I actually received written comments from Kazuko Shibuya, who, if you don't know, is a designer who's been working on the series since the first Final Fantasy game, and who was also involved in creating the designs for the different Katy units in Final Fantasy Brave Exvius as well. Let's jump right into it. Okay, so let's get right into it and take a closer look at all the wonderful Katy Perrys we have in Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, because we do indeed have, let's see, Popstar Katy, Immortal Flame Katy, Lovely Katy, and AI Katy. Now we will get to each of these individually, but first, of course, for the first collaboration event with Final Fantasy Brave Exvius and Katy Perry, we do have indeed that Popstar Katy, and I have her right here, and so we can take a look at all, first of all, her sprite. And you can see she's wearing like that cool like red dress, and if you look closely, you can actually see that it's like kind of like sparkling, like they're like glittery kind of things on her sprite, and I think that's really cool. And we can also take a look at her animations right here. So idle, yeah, she's just idle. But then her ready attack, look at that, she's like singing already. Attack, boom, look at that. And I think that actually these like TV head with the eyes kind of people, I think those were actually part of her concert, and so it's very thematically related to her real thing. And I heard that she actually saw all these animations and that she really was fond of them, because she actually saw all these, and yeah, and she approved of them. She liked them, so that's good. Got her magic attack right there. Let's see, we got her limit burst. Oh, I like this one. You get the huge doors and then running out. Yeah, so I think she actually had that. I don't know if any of you went to the concert, but that must have been pretty cool to see as well. Got her win animation, rocking out just like that. We got her dying animation, and of course, the loss animation, where she's either dead or peacefully sleeping. And yeah, and those are her animations for Popstar Katy. I think they're pretty cool. They're all each very unique, and they got lots of different things going on. And so yeah, that's Popstar Katy for you. Okay, so now just a little bit about the character herself. Popstar Katy is going to be a magic attacker, although it is good to know that she can also be used as a support unit, because she does have a variety of, the support and type abilities, so you want to keep that in mind. And I just want to talk about 2 of her abilities, which are pretty cool. First, dress rehearsal, which you can use once every 4 turns. It'll fill your evocation gauge and enable command showtime, a different ability, to be used once. And that command showtime ability is the second ability that I want to talk about. It consumes the evocation gauge and damages all enemies. So that's a cool combo of abilities. You can use one to fill the gauge and then one to like use it all to deal a ton of damage. So it's pretty cool. Now, as for how you get this unit, I'm sure you've all seen already this event going on, the Red Hot music. It's just a regular wave battle event, and you'll be able to obtain, of course, this Popstar Katy character, as well as event exclusive equipment. And it's also good to remember that you can actually get a total of, I believe, 4 Popstar Katy units just by playing the levels beginner through pro in this event. So you can also get your hands on her Super Trust Master reward and all that good stuff. So there you have it, the first Katy. Okay, so now let's move on to the next Katy Perry in Final Fantasy Brave Exvius from the second collaboration event between Katy Perry and FFBE. And this time, of course, it is going to be the Immortal Flame Katy. And this time, I'm actually really excited. It's my favorite part. The part that I was looking forward most to in this video is that I actually have a message from Kazuko Shibuya, who worked on designing this character herself. And I think it's really cool because I get to share the designer's actual thought processes and what she was thinking of when she was actually designing the character. And I think that's really cool, you know, getting to know the behind the scenes like that. So here's what she said in her message, and keep in mind that I am paraphrasing a little bit since this was originally in Japanese, but here it is. She says, since Immortal Flame Katy was a Final Fantasy original unit, Brave Exvius original unit, I designed her after the blue crystal in the game. So if you know her design already, you can see her dress. It kind of looks and is definitely reminiscent of the blue crystal in the game, and I think that's really cool. She says, I listened to Immortal Flame, which is the original song for Final Fantasy Brave Exvius that Katy Perry wrote. So she says, I listened to Immortal Flame many times, wanting to incorporate both the serenity and the power from the song into the design of the character. So she says, I designed and created the character while imagining and remembering Katy Perry singing the song. So I think it's pretty cool, you know, because sometimes you wonder what are people thinking when they're designing the characters. And Kazuko Shibuya was actually imagining Katy Perry singing that original song and actually wanted to design the character after the, you know, the blue crystal in the game, and I think that's really cool. So let's just take a look a bit at the animations right now and at the sprite, because I have it right here, and you can see it's cute Katy with her dog Nugget. And let's just go a bit through the animations. See her ready attack like that. I like how her dress flares out, you know, and it somewhat takes the shape of that crystal, which I think is really cool. When I first saw this unit, I never imagined that that would have been what the designer was thinking herself. And there's of course the cute little Nugget right there on the side. Let's go to the attack animation. I like the blue sparkles and then the effects right there. That's really cool. You got the chant again with the magic. And this was the same as, like, similar to the Popstar Katy, which is pretty cool. You know, you have that like connection between the characters. You have the magic again, and the dog's just like this, like super cute, like next to her. I think that's really cool. And then you have the limit burst. And look at that. As you can see, you know, even the crystal comes up like above her head. And I think that's really cool. You know, it like all fits together into one really cool, thematically coherent design. You know, you don't get that a lot these days. And yeah, just continuing with what Kazuko Shibuya also said, I was very pleased with the final result, especially seeing her dress. Because in fact, after Kazuko Shibuya designed the dress in the game, they actually created the dress in real life for the like music video / promotion video for the collaboration event between Katy Perry and Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. And they actually created the dress, and I think that's really cool too. Something you design in the game like comes to life like that. That must have been an experience. And indeed, Kazuko Shibuya goes on to say that Katy Perry told me, congratulations, you're a fashion designer now. And she says, and I will remember that for the rest of my life, because I think that's such an amazing experience, right? To have something you created come true and have a person as famous, as awesome as Katy Perry wear that dress. That is definitely cool. And finally, Kazuko Shibuya says at the end that I especially love the win animation and Nugget, who is very cute. And so let's take a look at that win animation right now. There it is. And look at that. Just circles and dances around with the dog. And oh my gosh, that is super cute, I gotta say. And so, yeah, of course we have the dying and the lost animations and even the dogs laying down. But yeah, there's Immortal Flame Katy, and I just hope that gave you a great insight into the behind the scenes. So now I just want to highlight two abilities of hers that are pretty cool. The first one is going to be triple black magic, which, as you might have guessed, enables you to use black magic 3 times in 1 turn. And the next, last but not least, is going to be Fortune Out of Luck, which basically lets you deal magic damage by using a random ability on all enemies. Okay, pretty straightforward. And now, of course, how you get her is going to be very similar to that of Popstar Katy. You basically participate in Pop Hits, another wave battle type event. Pretty simple. And you'll be able to obtain Immortal Flame Katy as well as event exclusive equipment. So that's pretty cool. And just like Popstar Katy, you will be able to get a total of 4 of her just by playing and clearing the wave battle event. So just levels beginner to pro, and just like that, boom. You can get 4 of her and get her Super Trust Master Reward. Pretty cool, pretty easy, and yeah, it shouldn't be that hard to complete, so definitely, she's free. Go for her. Okay, and now, last but not least, we have step 3 of, part 3 of the collaboration between Katy Perry and Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, which is really cool because this time we also got 2 characters out of it. We got Lovely Katy and AI Katy, and I gotta say, I love how they both look. But first, let's go in with Lovely Katy. Take a look at her first, and I'm just gonna, right off the bat, read you the message I got from Kazuko Shibuya-san. And so she says that Lovely Katy is the complete opposite of AI Katy. Lovely Katy is really cute. I love that the dress is free around her body and the cape from her shoulders that flows freely. It leaves an impression, so I really took it seriously and worked to make it expressive. The tie-dye colors of the dress were also really hard to create, but I think I was able to fit the unit to the image of the music. Please go watch Katy Perry's video, Never Really Over. Yes, that's really cool hearing from Kazuko like that, and I gotta say, I personally love the design of this Katy as well. It's really feel good and it's really cutesy. Like, I love especially the incorporation of all the hearts, you know, and indeed her cape, like she was saying. So yeah, I just really love the design. But enough about that. We also want to know a bit about the character as well. So Lovely Katy, she's going to be a healer, and just a bit about a couple abilities that she has. Double white magic, so she can use white magic 2 times in 1 turn, always good to have. Kuraja, which restores HP for all allies, and she will also have another ability called Devotion Loving Embrace, which is a cooldown ability, so you can use it once every 5 turns, which will boost attack, defense, magic, and spirit for all allies, reduce damage taken, restore HP and MP for caster, as well as automatically revive the caster 1 time, and it'll also enable another ability for that Katy to use as well. So a lot of stuff in that single ability, which is pretty cool. And how will you actually get your hands on this Katy? I know you actually get her by doing some of the limited time quests that are going on right now, and you can get 4 Katys again by completing them, just by completing the quests, and that's a pretty good deal if you ask me. So if you haven't gotten her already, make sure you go get her now. Okay, and of course, last but not least, we're finally at AI Katy, which I'm also really excited about because I think she looks really cool. So first, let's take a look at the comments we got from Kazuko Shibuya. She says, I made her, so meaning AI Katy, like a robot, but who wants to feel love like a human. So I gave her very small and precise movements. The small PVC vinyl material on her fitting dress is definitely a cool feature, but I also like how the short, semi-transparent skirt design shows a bit of her hip. Okay, but I gotta say the next part is actually my favorite part. Kazuko goes, oh my god, walking is also very hard. I just gave up on shaping it like a skirt and just focused on getting the lines of her hem slightly right. And I think I had a bit of success in that. When you see her side and back, she is a bit sexy, but I also love her victory dance during her win animation. So there you have it, Kazuko Shibuya's own insights on the design of the character. And I personally think that AI Katy looks pretty cool as well. I think she nailed the robotic-like movements and things, but I also like the technological, like mathematical, like numbers and things that kind of pop up all the time. I think that's really cool. Unfortunately though, there is no word yet on whether math actually is related to science at all. So I'll have to get back to you on that. But a bit about the character herself. How can you get her? Unfortunately, you can only get her through summons this time. But okay, enough about the design. That was all really cool, but we want to know a bit about the character, of course. So I'm just going to tell you a bit about AI Katy. She has multiple roles. Physical magic and hybrid attacker, physical and magic tank, as well as a debuffer, and all kinds of, she fits a lot of roles. And she's able to equip many types of different equipment as well, and boosts passive abilities depending on the equipment. So she's a very interesting character in that respect, because she can basically use all kinds of different types of equipment and gets boosts as a result of that. So just for example, if you have a sword, you'll have your attack boosted by 50% when equipped with the sword, all kinds of abilities like that, which makes her a really, really unique character. A bit about some of her abilities. Directive defensive measures will give you a chance of temporarily guarding allies against physical damage, boost defense, as well as activate barrier for the caster. Okay, a pretty nice defensive ability there. And then we also have another directive system update. I love the names there too, that's pretty cool. You can use it once every 5 turns, and this time it'll boost attack, magic, and physical and magic damage against humans and machina monsters for the caster, as well as the damage of certain magic spells for all allies. So there you have it. That's AI Katy for you. Now I know you're wondering, how can you get her? This time you will have to get her through a summon, but with a cool character like this, why wouldn't you? I know that I'm gonna get her for sure, as well as the other Katys, because the other ones you can get them for free and really easily, and this one just a couple summons away, you get your AI Katy for yourself. So that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Let's Talk. We went through the 4 Katys and all their cool designs, all their cool animation sprites. We got to take a look at them, and I really love that because I know a lot of people love Final Fantasy. 4 is exactly that. The art, the designs, the animations, they're all really awesome, and that's personally one of my favorite things about the game. But I also really loved hearing about Kazuko Shibuya-san and her comments and insights on her thought process when creating these character designs. I thought that was really cool. I don't know what you thought about it, but let me know. And yeah, that's all I got for you today. So hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Bye.